The guns were first dipped in water, then rolled in sand. Most of them jammed instantly. Their shells stuck, triggers froze, and barrels clogged. But one gun kept firing smoothly without a single problem. It was the world's most reliable rifle, the Zafar 47. The man who built it was named Karim. He had once been a tank driver in the army, but during a fierce battle, his tank was destroyed by an enemy shell and his arm was badly injured. On his way to the hospital, Karim noticed that many soldiers' guns had stopped working. The magazines jammed in water, and the springs froze in the cold. Faulty weapons could cost soldiers their lives. That's when the idea struck him. He would build a gun that never failed. When Karim recovered, he went back to his old machine workshop. He asked for a small room to work in, saying, "I want to build a new kind of rifle." Because he was skilled with machines, they allowed him to use one of the work sheds. In just 3 days, Karim designed the first prototype of the Zafar 47. His arm wasn't fully healed, so a few workers helped him assemble it. They all worked day and night, and soon the first Zafar 47 was complete. Then came the moment of truth. One of the workers picked up the gun, aimed at a metal drum, and fired. The bullet pierced straight through. He fired again and again. Every shot was perfect. The rifle's strength was proven. Karim took the gun to the military headquarters for approval, but when the guards saw him with the weapon, they thought he was a threat and arrested him. Later, an officer decided to test the gun himself and was shocked by its performance. It was far better than any existing rifle. However, military rules said that a gun could only be approved if it won the annual shooting competition. A general was called in. He too fired the gun and was deeply impressed. He arranged for Karim to enter the competition and sent him to the Capital Arms Institute. But in the first official test, the Zafar 47 failed. It was rejected immediately. Heartbroken, Karim packed his tools and started for home. On the way, an officer stopped him and said, "You have talent. Try again, don't give up." Karim took his words seriously. He returned to work and built another version of his rifle. This time the test went perfectly, but still, his design wasn't chosen. He was devastated. A few days later, news broke. The war was over. Everyone celebrated except Karim. He felt his dream was over too. When he met the officer again and asked permission to go home, the officer silently handed him a note. It said, "Weapons may not win wars, but they prevent the next one. Keep building." Those words reignited Karim's spirit. He returned to his workshop, studied his past mistakes, and started again. 2 years later, the new Zafar 47 was ready. During its first field test, it fired every bullet flawlessly, but he had not a single jam. Karim smiled with pride until the guards arrived. He was arrested again for testing without permission. Brought before a senior general, Karim stayed calm. The general himself was a gun designer. Karim picked up his rifle and within seconds disassembled it completely, every part laid out neatly on the table. The general was stunned. He had never seen a weapon so simple, strong, and efficient. Karim was immediately cleared to join the final competition. All rifles were put through the ultimate test. First dipped in water, then rolled in sand. Most failed miserably. When the Zafar 47's turn came, it fired continuously, smooth, precise, and unstoppable. Karim won the competition, and the army began mass-producing his design. In 1949, during a grand parade, Karim stood silently among the crowd. Every soldier carried the same rifle he had built with his own hands. His chest swelled with pride. Though the Zafar 47 wasn't used in that war, it became one of the most widely used rifles in the world, a symbol of power, endurance, and human ingenuity. But remember this, weapons themselves are not evil. It's the people who misuse them that bring destruction. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so you don't miss part 2. The War of Shadows, Rise of Zafar.